Okay, so there are quite a few ways you can do things on that. I think it would be better if we separate it so that when you build the face, you don't have to worry about um, what do you call the let me bring this up so that you don't have to worry about sculpting the face and have to stop right here. You can sculpt a little more overlap because the head will be inside of the 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 headband. Okay, so it's like that one. Here we go. So now I'll give you some tips on this. Um, First, this is what you can do. You can duplicate this so that you have face and headband. So you grab that, duplicate. So now you got two of them. So I'm gonna turn off one of them. Focus only. I'm gonna remove the face out of it. Okay. So let's see. Let me turn off the other things that I don't want to see right now. Okay. So that will be how about this is the head. Okay, so I'm gonna trim this off. So if you hold Control Shift together, change that to clip curve, and then we're gonna just start it to clip it out. So if you press Alt, you can do a create a curve. Okay. I think for now. Okay. And oh, why doesn't do it? Hold on. I think because I have a let me turn off a transform symmetry, and then we can mirror left to right. So let's do on the left. Okay, let me trim only that for now. Oh, I select the wrong one. Sorry. Here we go. No wonder I didn't see right here. Okay, so let's keep trimming. Oop. I'm gonna trim the bottom. Just get rid of it. I hold space bar in order to move. Let go space bar. Still keep control hold control shift together. Hold space bar. You can move a little bit. So now I'm gonna just cut like this. Do it quick. Okay. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna keep it only the face. Ouch. Undo. How about drag? Alt click to get a curve. Alt click. Okay. Here we go. So. Nope. Let's leave her neck. I click Alt. Here we go. Okay. And last thing. Here we go. Okay. And you're just gonna have to smooth it out. Hold Shift key and smooth. Let me check, see if your Dynamask might not be on. Geometry, Dynamask is on. Oh, okay. So hold Shift. Intensity is correct. Let's mirror first. Deformation. Oh, sorry. Under geometry, let's do modify mirror and weld on X. So now it look like this. And then I'm gonna just flat that out. Let's do trim dynamics. Might be quicker. Here we go. I just used trim dynamics to kind of scrap it off, and I forgot to turn on symmetry again. So let me go back to modify topology, mirror and weld, and then press transform, activate X. Here we go. So now when I do left, it also cut right. So we're gonna have to flatten this, soften it, and you might have to redynamatch, control drag, and redynamatch. Every time when you drag, it will use 128. Now when you get to get into a more detail, you increase this more. So right now I am not going to do that because I wanted to reduce the shape. There we go. Let's reduce. So once again, trim dynamics is better than trim adaptive. And to find it, you just go to here, press T, and then look for trim dynamics right there. Here we go. So okay. Now when you are working on form, you are not working on detail, so you need to use low resolution of the Dynamatch, because we'll give you a quicker adjustment in the larger shape. There we go. Okay, and oh, I'm not going to smooth those. I'm going to leave it for you to fix them. Here we go. So now this section I'm going to use a move. You can do move infinite. Move infinite is mean if I grab this, it will move all the way perpendicular to the size, the font, the view. Sorry. Here we go. And don't forget the jawline. You need to have a jawline. Look at on the bottom as needed. Now if you wanted to fill that section, you use clay buildup. Clay buildup will allow you to add. Okay, and then you can reduce the intensity a little so that you can add a little by little. Okay, so now we got the head on it, and we're gonna come back to enable the top part of the head. I'm gonna turn on a transparency so that I can see when I highlight. Basically in this section though, you want it to flatten the face so it won't overlap the head subtool. I'm gonna use trim dynamics, just cut it kind of. If I turn on solo, can you see it look like this? So basically you wanted this to be a no face. Looks like a wig, you know, like you're wearing a wig. Okay, and then now let's focus on this shape now. So if I turn off solo, turn off transparency, can you see it's come back the face because two of them on top of each other. So at this point for the band, we can do something simple like using clay buildup. Make sure you turn X on. So I'm gonna draw. Here we go. I try to bring these. Let me transparency again. Can you see? Try to bring the surface that underneath it above come out on top of the face. So, and I'm gonna do like this. There we go. And then smooth, redynamatch, so that dynamatch add surface more. Here we go. There we go. And soften it, redynamatch. Make sure you're on low first. And right here, I am using clay buildup because I wanted to build up the surface. Here we go. And I'm gonna keep going. And then smooth, hold shift key. Now when you are on low, it will be quick when you smooth it and things like that. I think I should eliminate the detail first. Let's fill it up, all of them. Get the overall shape first. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna use clay buildup. Keep build it up. Smooth it out. Right. Oh, here we go. Can you see? And I'm gonna get that build up more. So now let me smooth one more. I'm not going to do more, okay? You do it. I'll keep this video. Now let's talk about how can I get this kind of bevel look or edges look like that. Well, this is what you need to do. You can use a trim dynamics or edge polish. Trim dynamics is you can scrape them some face to prepare the surface so that you can have an angle. See, I scrape it off. And when you use your right now I'm using pen. Let me using mouse. So now mouse will be slightly different. When you scrape it, it will have no pressure sensitive. So you will have to change the intensity based on the area you want it to have less effect. The area you want to have a bigger effect, you increase it so that it cut really flat. So it's gonna take it's gonna take a little longer, but it's workable. So it's just longer. Now can you see it started to look like a corner angle now. Now if it's not high enough like this, you can make some adjustment by using move tool and make the brush size a little bigger, and then just move that part so that focus on the edge of it. Here we go. And you might need to change the brush size a little bit. Now we get to some point now. Now what you can do is you can scrape it off a little more, or you can start to use pinch brush to help speed things up a little bit. So now can you see? You pinch it. Here we go. Now see, if you pinch, if you don't change your brush size, this is what you get. You get on it really spike at the end. So you have to do like step. Pinch a little and stop. Change the brush size smaller so that it won't affect the navel. Now if that is too much, too big, change the brush size. And then here we go. So now you maintain it. Redynamize, and then you smooth them out. Hold shift key and smooth. Here we go. Redynamize again. Now can you see? So basically you just have to keep touching. And right here, if I can't smooth, I'm gonna scrape it off. Change the brush size smaller, reduce the intensity. Maybe it's better to do like overlap, layer by layer, by cut it layer by layer like this. Here we go. Okay, so now how can we make the edge sharper like this, like that? Well, similar technique again. You use a, now I'm using mouse, I'm not using pen. Now the resolution, if I turn on poly frame, it's 2 layers. Can you see? So it's mean we need to increase. I mean, you could get started first. How about let's do as much as we can without increasing it first. Trim dynamics, and I'm gonna trim only the edge. Here we go. Let me turn this off. You might not be able to see. So now it's mean, oh yeah, I can't do it. Hold on, let's do a major part first. That one. Trim it. Oop. Prepare to undo quick, often, because using mouse is a little hard to make the line straight. Here we go. Can you see? Okay. And then zoom out, redynamize, and smooth them out a little bit. Hold shift and smooth. Here we change the angle. Here we go. Redynamize. Here we go. See, now the border started to be harder. So now, what about this area? Well, you could use move to help. Just move a little. Here we go. And then I'm going to redynamize so that it's arranged the topology for us. Now, trim dynamics. I'm going to trim this part. Here we go. Now we can try edge polish. Edge polish is different. It's the same trimming, but it's trying to maintain the border or the edge. Can you see? So let me undo quick. If you hold Alt key, it will try to fill it. The concave part, fill it up. Oop. And we're gonna have to do hold Shift key, reduce the intensity of the smooth, and then just lightly smooth. Now I can pinch the edge a little more, change the brush size really small, and pinch this area. When you pinch it, you kind of squeeze those topology closer to each other to create a sharp corner. Here we go, and redynamize. And now we can add a little more now under geometry. Let's do 200. Don't do it too high, because if it's too high, it's hard to control later. Now redynamize to update it. Here we go. So now, before it updates, you need to touch up something. So now can you see? I could do harder border. Redynamize. Here we go. So, and that's how you do it. And then just take time. Like right here, if you wanted to add more level based on the image, this image, I can use clay buildup to help a little. Oop. Here we go. So increase. Now let's build it up just a little. We don't want it to be too thick. Here we go. Okay. Now smooth it out. I mean, if you wanted to fill out the surface more, I can add, how about just 2? And then add just a bit. It will overlapping. And then you just, oops, soften it. Shift key. And soft. And you can redynamize right away so that you get a basic starting shape. And then you can do trim dynamics to trim the area that are slightly different level. Here we go. Okay. And once again, what about this section? You can use pinch tool to pinch a little closer so that it creates more separation, more definition, basically. Once again, I didn't use pen, I used mouse. Here we go. Can you see? Now you get something like that. And just basically keep touch up. And to concave in, you can hold Alt key. Like for example, I'm holding Alt key with clay buildup. So instead of build it up, it's punch it in instead. Then you smooth it out. Redynamize. Smooth this section. And you can do trim dynamics to kind of scrape the surface off a little bit, because smooth alone may not work. Redynamize. Now we're going to repinch. Here we go. So, and then just keep go on and on and on. I hope this is help. Okay, I'm going to give the video to you.